the lantern at the end of the path. Deep in the heart of the whispering woods, a small creature named Wicker stood at the edge of the path. The sun had tucked itself behind the hills, leaving the forest in a blanket of soft, purple twilight. Wicker had a very important task. He had to find his way back to the great oak before the stars began their nightly dance. The shadows began to stretch and grow. To Wicker, the tall ferns looked like waving hands, and the rustling leaves sounded like secret whispers. He took a deep breath, but his paws felt a little heavy. The forest was much bigger when the light started to fade, and the way home seemed very far away. Suddenly, a soft, golden hum filled the air. Swooping down from the high branches came Lyra, the guardian of the evening. She moved as silently as a falling feather. In her beak, she carried a small lantern made of silver silk that pulsed with a warm, steady light. Lyra landed gently on a low branch right in front of Wicker. She placed the lantern on a mossy stone. "Do not worry, little traveler," she hooted softly. "This lantern does not just show the path, it catches the warmth of your heart and shines it back at you. As long as you are brave, the light will grow." Wicker reached out and took the lantern. As his paws touched the handle, the light changed from a pale yellow to a bright, cozy amber. Together, the two friends began to walk. Lyra hopped from branch to branch above, while Wicker followed the golden circle of light on the ground. With the lantern leading the way, the forest didn't seem so mysterious anymore. Wicker pointed to a large, round rock. "Look, Lyra. Earlier I thought that was a sleeping bear, but it's just the old greystone where the crickets sing." The lantern made every mossy nook and twisted root look like a friend. A sudden gust of wind whistled through the trees, making a high, spooky sound. Lyra flew ahead and held the lantern near a cluster of tangled vines. "See," she said, "the wind is just playing a flute through the hollow wood. There is nothing to fear in a song." They reached the sparkling stream. In the dark, the water usually sounded like a rushing giant, but in the glow of the lantern, Wicker saw the bubbles dancing over the pebbles. He hopped from one dry stone to the next, his reflection shimmering in the water like a tiny star. At last, the great oak appeared. Its sturdy roots felt like a warm hug waiting to happen. Lyra landed on the doorstep of Wicker's cozy burrow. "You found your way," she whispered. She nudged the lantern toward him. "Keep this by your window. Whenever you feel lost, remember the light you carried tonight." Wicker climbed into his bed made of soft moss and dried lavender. He placed the silk lantern on a small stump nearby. As he closed his eyes, the gentle glow filled his room with safety and peace. The forest was quiet, the stars were out, and Wicker was home, tucked in and warm.